Hi, welcome to another program of Painting with Tali, your art collection. Today we're going to do a face. It's retrato. You know, I just did a program in Spanish, so I got Spanish in my head right now. It's a portrait. Well, it's a Marilyn. So I'm a big Marilyn fan, and this is she is a Marilyn. I'm doing her because she was a spring, you know, and you know, if you're either in summer, spring, winter, or fall. But she was a spring, and I want to do the spring colors on her. So I'm going to be doing the face first, the complexion of it. It has to have a little, springs are ivory tone. They have ivory about them, so it's creamy. They're a little creamy tone about them. And I got to mix in the skin color very well before applying it on. Let me just see what brush. You gotta really know what brush you're on. I'm so glad I'm back in English. Every time I do Spanish, I get lonesome for English. Okay. It's that, you know, I just don't have Spanish in my head all the time, so it's kind of difficult. Okay, we're doing her ivory flesh tone. We're gonna try the earlobe here. Too yellow on that. Too yellow. Too yellow. We don't need that yellow, which means we need a little bit of coolness of fuchsia in that. We got to get that skin right, the tone of it. A little bit of fuchsia. Oh, the big old fat brush fell down. Okay, who cares? I'm not going to use it. Let me see. Yeah, more like it, yeah. It just goes over the whole thing. Just goes over the whole drawing. I'm not doing a drawing lesson here right now. I want to just make this. The talking TV artist. Okay. Okay. That's going to get me what I want right now. Hold on. The neck. It's always like never enough paint. You start running out, and you just made a special mixture. Make sure you make enough mixture to cover what you need to cover. That's the way it goes. In creating. Creating is making chaos. I mean, making chaos work for you. Okay, plus blend it, blend it, blend it. I'll do a much better job when blending it around. Okay, you took some of the color off, but it's more homogeneous. Homogeneo. Okay, we need to go back again. Back again. Got 22 minutes. Back again. Back again. Giving me that. Shadow there. Okay, back again. Crease. Though she's those creases were very, very white-like. On her. Okay. Okay, pick up more color. Blend, blend, blend on your sponge because it has to be like dry or something. Okay. It's on my sponge. It's on my sponge, the tone, so that's why I'm going right on it. Okay, looking better. Looking better. Looking better. Looking better, yes, yes. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Okay. Now the eyes, Marilyn had a little bit of yellow in the center of the pupil. It was a little bit of yellow in there. Okay, I already have yellow on there. Let's get a little bit of orange. And then some of the cobalt blue, cobalt blue, cobalt blue, cobalt blue. Now, where are, okay. Okay, a little bit of cobalt, 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 cobalt. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Cobalt. Cobalt. Oh, this one couldn't open earlier. Okay. A little bit of cobalt. Oh, it takes 2,000 years to screw it back on. Let's take all the time in the world. All right. A little bit of blue. Is this going to be the right blue? You know, I made a beautiful painting of Marilyn, the face of it, a close-up of it. And it has the presidential seal on each pupil. It's called, I titled it Illusions of a Megastar. Now this is the kind of work I send out to, you know, the Arts Council so you can get funding. And it's not, you know, they don't fund work that is figurative. Figurative work is not very admired by the critics who are the ones giving out the money. So figurative art, I mean, doing figurative nowadays as a fine artist, I mean, it's like, it's not that you have to sit at the end of the bus, honey. You don't even get to ride on the bus at all. You know, it really pisses me off. And that's why on my show, I'm always going to complain, I'm always going to bitch about how figurative artists are being discriminated all the time as far as funding is concerned. So there. It's the truth. Okay. Those eyes are beautiful, turning out very well right now. I need just a little bit of dab of black, and we have 18 minutes. I want a little bit of dab of black on there. I wanted that white to come out anyway. Okay. That's looking lovely. Okay. Marilyn is a spring. So I have a general skin tone here, but I need like a blushing that is creamy. A blushing that is creamy, and that creamy blushing needs some yellow in it. Oh, screw this back on. Oh, need some yellow in it. Okay, some yellow, excuse me. Now I'm going to go back to trying to achieve her skin tone. She was very luminous. They used the base that was a little lighter on her than her own base. That was a secret the makeup artist that did here. You see, in Spanish we say there's nothing like an ugly woman. It's just a woman that's not put together right. And so when I do makeup, you put together the person like if they were reborn. For example, one side of the face looks balanced to the other side of the face. And every time I get contracted on a freelance basis to do makeup, I always have these battles with these people who are retailers, and, you know, they should have hired a con man, not an artist. And they want you to sell these stupid colors that came out in fashion, these purple colors for these young girls that are dating Dracula. You want me to put it on this middle-aged lady here? It's not going to look good on her. Okay, so a little bit of that glow, but you know, that glow, I'm messing around here. Let's try that glow here a little bit. Okay. Got to blend. Not dry enough, darling. Has to be dry, baby. Really dry, baby. Okay. And this is dry. Has to be dry because it's almost like applying makeup. Okay. And then you don't want to mess it up. It could get messed up any minute, you know? I hope I'm not, my head's not in the camera. Okay. Okay. I'm having problems here. The pigment won't do anything for me here. It's like it has a white streak there. You got to wait till that dries off and to fix it later on. While it's wet, it cannot be fixed. Painting is a miracle, especially if you're doing figurative, you know, because you're trying to make you're trying to be God, for heaven's sakes, and then they don't recognize this. They don't want to fund this. They don't have any respect for the figurative artist. Damn critics. Okay, let's put her lashes. If you go out to try to get tax money for this type of art, you know, the beautiful arts, you know, the beautiful arts, the ones you want to really have in your house, they do not give money for it. I'm telling you, they don't. They give money to poop, stuff that looks like crap. That's what they give money to. Okay. Oh, so you 7 lucky callers, call in if you want a print of this Maryland painting, okay? The 7 lucky callers get a free print. And also, I may be doing makeup in your area. So, you know, I may be contracted, you know, by one of the makeup people. Last time I was contracted by. So I'm not going to say the name of it, but you know, you can come get a makeover. They pay me for being there and doing people's makeup, so it's free. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, a little bit of darkness in here, in that area. Okay, and let's get a little bit of orange to make the tear area here come out. And a little bit of blue and some violet here. We got 12 minutes and 33. I got to keep an eye on that. Isn't it funny when you meet somebody and you fall in love with them? I mean, just because, you know, suddenly, I mean, like, a beautiful face can steal your heart, you know? And there's nothing you can do about it. And it belongs to a middle-aged person. It's incredible. Of course, you're middle-aged and you're attracted to other middle-aged people. But you see these faces that are so cute, so beautiful. that if you squeeze them, you'd probably go like one of those fuku, 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 you know, like one of those little dolls. And so you have to call the person up and say, hey, look, you have something, you know, you have something of mine that I have to retrieve. And they say, you know, what is it? And I say, well, it's my heart. You stole it, and I'm not going to stick around so you can break it. So why do we set ourselves up? We feel lonely. We want somebody. So then later on we can have pain if that somebody leaves. So it's better not to have anything at all. Okay. Okay. Now we need the lashes, the down lashes on that. This is going to work very nice on the arch here for her. Okay. Now, you know that area here that didn't get repaired? I'm going to come in there and repair it with that little bit of orange there. Just a little bit. It should be okay. And then the nostril, since we're on with this light brown nostril areas, we will define, need more water for that nostril area so it can delinear. Okay. Okay. We got 10 minutes. Okay. You know, I really want it like a dry brush for that blushing, and I just cannot achieve it. Maybe I'm with the wrong blush right now. Maybe it's not dry enough. 'Cause I want blush, baby, blush. Is that better, honey? You want to blush this thing right. Perfect. Okay, I think we're okay. A little more contour here on this area. Oh yeah, and then when I'm doing makeup somewhere, they think that, I mean, they get like jealous of me. They think they're just, you know, as big and bad as I am. Well, they're not. If you can paint the Mona Lisa, honey, okay, then you can prove that you're big and bad. I mean, like, you can prove that you're a genius doing makeup, okay? They always have that jealousy with me every time I get contracted. Sorry, and then the customers are like raving over me, going crazy, and then, you know, the people that work around me are just pissed off because I'm sorry you can't pop out of a cake. I'm sorry you're not the big star. I'm sorry that you do not have the talent of Michelangelo, okay? It's always that problem. Why this envy? And they don't care if it benefits them at the long run. No, they just want you out. And one of these girls that I last worked with, one of these counter managers, she was homophobic. I'm like, hello, what business do you think you're in, honey? This is the makeup business. You know, women want to be touched by men. That's why men are better, you know, that's why, you know, we do much better in this business. Plus, it takes a man to dress up a woman. It really does. Behind a great woman, behind a great man, there's a woman. Behind a great woman, you know, there's, you know, a stylist, somebody who's doing her, somebody who's dressing her up, somebody who's really making $1 million woman out of her. You think Hillary looks like that because of a gal? Okay, now this is kind of looking better. Somehow I'm achieving something here. The gods are with me. Okay. If I go over with this, I'll get the softness I need. I think. I have, what? 7 minutes? Okay. Okay, now, okay, for that Marilyn hair, which is a blonde, you know, she's a super, what is it, platinum. I need to do a little bit of the blue with this other color that I don't want to talk about colors. Colors is a very personal thing. You get your own colors, you have your honeymoon with your own color. I'm going to explain colors here. Okay? Which was something like that. Kind of like that. We're talking a spring here. She's a spring. Yeah. So we're talking that. And this photograph is from that movie she didn't finish, which was called Something's Got to Give. And on the test runs, on the test shots, you know, on the costume test, it was turquoise behind her. So I need that turquoisey color, please, now. So we need the turquoisiness happening behind this painting. I mean, I was very, very inspired in this painting. I only have 5 minutes to finish it. Honey, hurry. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Some blue. I need blue get in here. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, went over right there. Okay. Oh, stop. Stop it. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, now I need a soft, tender, very tender spring pink cream. Fuchsia with cream in it. I need some white to get that lipstick. Ugh, pour, please. Oh, some white for the eye areas. I gotta hurry up. I only have 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be all right. Okay, let me get the white, baby. The white. Hold on.
All right, it's time for that deep voice. I know it. I know that a lot of people out there are in great need of a masculine and very serious voice here because, you know, hate is a learning experience.
All right, let's hurry up. God. If I would have been trying to talk with that deep voice all my life to fill in appearances, I would have lost more hair than I do by today. Okay, this is perfect, perfect. I'm going to put that on the teeth. So you 7 lucky callers will get a print of this for you people who are Maryland fans. Okay, gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and I need that tender lipstick color. Where were we, honey? Tender lipstick color, it's too yellow here. Got too much yellow there, baby. Tender lipstick, tender, 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 tender. I need something tender here, tender, creamy, creamy, creamy. Mixing, 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 mixing here. Okay, I think I got something here, baby. Hold on, here we go. Yes. Creamy baby. Creamy honey. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I am in the camera. Am I blocking this? Okay. Okay, that's kind of creamy. But you know what? It is has to dry quickly. Because I want, Marilyn would edge her lips. Would edge her lips to this on the sides, because when you edge the lips a little more on the sides, the center teeth are brighter. If you just fill in the whole edging, I mean, if you fill it in all, and if you line the whole lips, then the teeth get more yellow in tone. That was the secret in her makeup design. Of course, it was a man who designed her makeup for her. Okay. Okay. Do we have that 60s color here, honey? Okay, where are we, baby? I think we're on time. No, we got 1 minute. Okay, this gives me enough time to get the super white highlights. Okay, honey. Here, here, on the teeth, on the lips, baby. And she had a little bit of light there. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that fabulous? Okay, I think I got a little bit of time. Yeah, 1 minute and so many. Because I want to, that little bit of orange here and a little bit of orange there. Yeah, of that. I wanted that. Oh, what am I doing here? Hold on a second. I don't have any eyelashes down there. Wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute, honey. And I ran out of this color, and I got to get it back here. Where is it? Oh, can't find it right now. So I got to get a little bit of black. Okay. All right, all right. Oh, damn. Hold on. You hear those people out there? This is all I need in my program, people talking, you know? This is done in a garage. The Tali show comes out of a garage because they don't give we don't get enough money for such a useful tool, which is public access television. You know what I mean? All other doors were closed except this one because there's no discriminatory access. Anyway, it's just me, the canvas, the camera, and all you wonderful people out in the suburbs, and I didn't sign this thing. Tali 98. Goodbye. Hello, welcome to another program of Painting with Tali Art Collection. Today we're going to do another cosmetic portrait. This has to do with a redhead, well, type of the autumn type of beauty. I used the features of Cindy Crawford for this, but I made her more into an autumn type. But there could be autumns that are like brunettes like Cindy. I think she may be, I don't know if she's an autumn or not, but anyway. I'm going to continue here. I did the drawing, so I'm going to do the skin color. I mean, the skin is what takes me the longest to do on these portraits. So I know I got some, okay, some hands here. Okay, my pigment is not set. We're having a problem with the pigment right now. It's not set as I want it to be set. So we will spray with a Grombacher Mist Workable Fixative. It's the only one that does the Tali Miracles, and it was donated by Kolinor. So I do appreciate their donation. So we're spraying here, making sure that the pigment is well set. Okay, it should be okay. Letting that dry for a few seconds. Meanwhile, I'm going to filter in some color in her sweater. She has like a sweater on or something. It was a photograph I saw of her. So that sweater, I'm going to be doing it in kind of like a pinky orangey tone, which is wonderful for a fall type of effect. Pinky orangey with a little, you know, the fall colors are, the autumn's colors are a little more rust, and those like rust and teals do very well with them. So, okay, pinky type of color. Okay. It's a sweater tone color. Uh-huh. It's a knit that she's, you know, she has on a type of knit. So it isn't exactly orange, this tone. And then it has some yellow about it. Mm-hmm. There's some yellow about it here. Some ochre about it. Uh-huh. The sleeves go in an ochre tone here. And here, a little bit there of ochre. Okay. Ochre, more orange, yellow of ochre. Oh, there's our wonderful helicopter that ruins my TV show all the time. Because this show is made with very modest resources. We don't have a soundproof room as we should have, because we don't get enough money from our city to do that. Okay. Okay. There. Kind of like a sweater type of situation with fall colors for what is it? She's a fall. It's yeah. Fall! Autumn. She's an autumn. Okay. Now let's go with back to the tone of the face. All right. The skin tone. The skin tone, the skin tone, the skin tone. We need skin tone to come in. So let's do the skin tone. Oh, it's a great autumn skin tone coming in. Great autumn skin tone coming in. Okay. Great autumn skin tone. And blend it. Blending it. blending it. Okay. Back to getting more of it. Putting around here, around here about it. It's more autumny, autumny, autumny. Yes, we need that there, we need that there, we need that there. Okay. 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 Uh-huh. Okay. I haven't for a while been doing the skins and you know, the complexions and the technique of painting a complexion under the technique that we're doing now. So now that I got a little bit more experience, now they're coming out easier. The last one I did was difficult because I didn't have the experience of doing it. So after you get the experience, then they come out real nice. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, we got 19 minutes. We got to crisscrossy it to get it homogeneous. Uh-huh, and on the hand here, that's a hand there. Blend it. Uh-huh, here's another hand. It's another one of her hands there or something. Okay. All right. Just want to get a nice even tone. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep it that way for now, and then repair any other areas that we need when it dries totally of the skin tone. Right now, let's go for some beautiful lipstick color on her, and then the skin will dry so that later on we can put a gloss of, I don't want to talk. Oh, but call the voicemail just in case I'm doing makeup in your area. I just did a makeover for a viewer, and she was it was so wonderful to work with her because I didn't have to be pushing some cosmetic product. So sometimes I'm doing makeup in you know, for some cosmetic line in your area. I might be in your area. You're part of the country, I don't know. So call the voicemail 470-2659. And you'll know if I'm having a show or if I'm having whatever I'm having. Leave the name and number. If you want a copy of the print, the 7 lucky callers get a free print. And the best pizza is at Martini's. if you ever come to Columbus. Okay. Yeah, I love their pizza because it's gourmet. All right, so that's a nice color, but you know, I'm not too crazy about it, and I should have brought like some tissues so I can blot, but I don't have any blotting tissues with me. So what I'm going to use is my hand to blot with my hand. Okay. Now, when you do lips, okay, this is like the general lipstick area, your general color. And then with, okay, with a deeper tone of color, then you edge the sides here, but not smack over them. Here, you leave these soft, you just do the sides. That helps the teeth become more brighter in the center. It's an optical effect. Marilyn Monroe it was designed for Marilyn Monroe, actually. Well, Marilyn was the one that used that. Anyway, so, okay, so that's fine. We're going to let that dry. We're going to get her eyebrows in there. This is a redhead type of girl, an autumn type of woman. There's a lot of autumns around there. And so here's the type of eyebrow color. I saw my friend, I have a friend, her name is Love, and she was wearing, I mean, she asked me, how's my makeup? And I said, honey, you got the wrong liner for it. You have a liner for a redhead, and you're a blonde. So your eyebrows are redheaded, a brow for redhead color. And it's not doing it for you, because when you do, when nobody can do their own makeup, it's impossible. It's art, I mean, it's an art to do makeup. And when you go to a cosmetic counter to get your makeup done, you're not really getting, that's the wrong place to go. I mean, if you really want to know about how to do your face. Because first and foremost, you see your face backwards in the mirror. Backwards. You don't know what the hell you look like. Until you see yourself on video and you say, do you have a gun? Where's the gun? I got to shoot myself. I didn't know it was that ugly. I mean, on video, when I looked at myself on video, I mean, I got this double chin. I look like I have to be rushed to a luau with an apple in my mouth. It puts like 10 pounds on you. But anyway, you see yourself backwards in the mirror, so you never really knew who you were, who you are, until somebody comes along and tells you, this is what you got wrong here. You got one eye out of orbit. You got a nose crooked to the left. You know, and then what you need is a little bit of dash of white here, a little bit of brightness there, darken here, put that, you know. That's what you need to be told when you go to these counters, these cosmetic counters in these department stores. But no, they just want you to push in the purple color, you know, this new purple color for autumn, you know, for the fall. And we got to make money on that and push the color. I mean, so you don't really attend your customer. I mean, they go home, all these women tell me, I go home with tons of makeup I don't even use. Oh, and then like, you know, they painted up my face like if I was dating, you know, Mickey Mouse. You know, I look like Minnie Mouse here, you know, blink, 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 horrible. Forget it. And then when they get a real artist in, the artist, you know, can't even work. They has to do things their way, you know, won't work. I mean, there was one time, when I go do freelance makeup, I mean, if I'm contracted, first and foremost, I need to have my publicity shot put out at you know, out there, so people can see, oh, this is the guy that's going to be touching my face. You know, that helps a lot because it, you know, quality and the packaging are two things that go together. So, you know, in the beginning they say it's okay, and then at the end they say no, and it's one of these problems all the time. So you have to get everything on paper. I hate it. You have to get everything in black and white. Okay, we got 11 minutes. So it's a lot of hassle. And so I was doing this friend of mine, not a friend, well, she called in, she was a viewer. Her name is Karen Watson, very charming lady. She may be hearing me. Okay, Karen. Good luck, Karen, in your new endeavors and all of that. But anyway, she first looked a little bit like Goldie Hawn, but when I finished with her, she looked more like Michelle Pfeiffer because we did the right things for her. It was a study that we did for her, how she should do it, how, you know, what is right for her to do on her face, how to do it the right way, what has to be done and attended to. And I can't open this thing. Hold on. All right. And I love doing that. I love making, it was something that I wasn't doing for a while, and that's why I started, I was doing makeup artistry for a couple of years. Well, here in Columbus, I was for 2 years here in Columbus. Then I went back to Venezuela, and then I started doing, you know, these cosmetic portraits because of the influence of doing makeup. And so then I started doing them for a lot of celebrities, a lot of Spanish celebrities, you know, Venezuelan celebrities, people in the Spanish world, you know, Miami, Los Angeles, all these are stars. There's this Hispanic Hollywood out there. I was doing the makeup. First of all, I was doing it in the Miss Venezuela pageant. I was doing a lot of makeup there. So I was able to work, you know, with great professionals in the field. So I was doing makeup there first. And then I got into the cosmetic portraits. And then they did me a couple of TV interviews. Someday I'll show them to you. Maybe I'll connect it with this tape or something. I have some of those TV interviews. I was younger then. Had more hair then. But anyway, that's okay. It's nice to age because you become less and less stupid. Okay. Mess with my head. Okay. Uh-huh. So we want to get those those brown eyelashes in. Those brown lashes for the fall type of woman here, for the autumn type of woman. And so, yeah, every time I'm contracted somewhere, doing makeup somewhere, you know, they get so jealous and very disrespectful, and so I end up, you know, leaving because that's what they want. And so I just don't like dealing with these, you know, with this mediocrity. It's just ridiculous. Okay. 7 minutes, for heaven's sakes. I'm getting her some browns in here. Some browns about it. Gotta whiten up her teeth. Let me get some white. And then, screwing the damn thing back on. I hate it. And then some fuchsia and some of the blue. Because I have to have the eye has to have some purpleness about it before I put on the white. Okay. And then it also has to have a little bit of the orange. Excuse me, paint please! Okay, a little bit of the orange there that I need. With the eyebrow, okay. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Okay, the eyebrow is fine. Where are we? Okay, a little bit on the nostrils. There on the nostrils, and okay. Uh-huh. Wonderful. 5 minutes. I want to get some deepness around here. Okay. Okay, some deepness of the hair. Okay. White for the teeth. Okay, white on the teeth. Okay. And then let's get a little bit of it happening there. I want to get that tonality, a little bit of tonality on that. Okay, now okay, on the eyes, on the eyes. Okay. Okay, that's wonderful. 4 minutes, and we need some shadow to happen with her. Now, I want to get like almost like a purple, but deep, a little bit of blue. I want kind of like, yeah, that's going to do well about her shadow. Now, blend it out, blend it out. Yeah, I like that about her shadow. Yeah, blend it out. Oh, beautiful. Uh-huh. Kind of like, I don't know what color I describe this as, but it's a color that hits in autumn very well. Yeah. And then I get it here, around there. Uh-huh, down here too. Underneath. Right. Got 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. See, autumns can wear reds, but it has to be the right type of red. Okay, that looks perfect. Okay, not too much, just a little bit more. Got it. Not too much. Oh, I can't do anything about it, baby. Here. It already dried out on me, so I got to balance it over here for you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Definition on the eyebrow, and I need some more browns. I got 2 minutes only. I can't screw this. Don't have the time. Definition on the eyebrow. Definition on the eyebrow. Uh-huh, more defined. Exactly, more defined. Exactly, that's what she needs there. Got 1 minute. What else am I going to do to this? Oh, that definition on the lips, baby. The lips, yes. We need that here. Blend it. Blend it, but never come up here because then you have a closed, you're going to close the mouth, making the teeth look more yellow. You don't want to do that. This is so much fun. Okay, coming here It has a little bit, it's kind of like a little burgundy about this color, which I like. Coming here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Beautiful. And then there is a tangerine about it. Got only seconds. Got to get out of here. She doesn't have any blush. But that's the color. And then now some blush. Yeah. Got 1 minute exactly? Oh, okay. Great. Uh-huh. Now some blush. Some blush about it. Some blush about it. Okay. Shut up. Okay. Some blush about it, honey. It needs a little bit of teal. A little bit of teal. What is a redhead without green in her life? This one has green eyes. But a little bit of teal. Defining that area, baby. Because red and green are complementaries, honey. Beautiful redhead. Gorgeous woman. Lovely, baby. I love it, though. I had to define a little bit on the nose, honey, but forget it. This is only a half-hour show. But you got the idea and everything you need to know so far about colors in the cosmetic portraits of a redhead. And let's sign it here. TALI 98. And remember, darlings, a little bit of darkness here and darkness there, just for the picture effect. Yeah, that'll do. Man, I'm on a roll when I have to go. Okay. You see, darling, it's just me, the canvas, the camera, and all you wonderful people out there in the suburbs. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Mills. This is Tali signing off.